Camp Pendleton, California, home of the 1st Marine Expeditionary Force, this is the Pendleton Journal.
Oh, yeah! Welcome to the Pendleton Journal. I'm Corporal Jennifer Valliere.
And I'm Lance Corporal William Skelton. Well, it's holiday season once again, so that's why we're here at the Mainside Exchange.
Remember to come down and take advantage of the great deals, but also the special events planned for the month of December.
But before we go exploring, let's take a look at a special visitor that we had aboard Camp Pendleton.
It was getting a little quiet back at the White House, so I decided to drop in on the Devil Dogs.
President George W. Bush, the 43rd President of the United States, came to Camp Pendleton Tuesday, December the 7th, to thank the Marines for their hard work and dedication throughout Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom.
I'm here to thank you for serving our country in a time when we need you. In the season when Americans stop to count their blessings, I want you to know one of America's greatest blessings is the men and women who wear our nation's uniform.
After speaking with the troops, the President went to the 14 area chow hall where he dined with a select few. After paying for lunch, he dined on pepper steak, egg noodles, and rice. While eating his chow, the President engaged in conversation with several Camp Pendleton Marines.
You know, it was real good to see the President out here. That was real motivating and meant a lot to all of us. And those guys that, you know, we did lose over there, we'll never forget them.
After eating chow, President Bush went to the field house where he spoke with friends and family members of Marines who were lost or injured while deployed. Reporting for the Pendleton Journal, I'm Lance Corporal William Skelton.
In our next story, Staff Sergeant Amy Forsyth investigates the opportunities for post-deployment Marines.
Experts say the euphoria and relief of returning from a combat zone can quickly shift and develop into post-traumatic stress disorder, causing a series of emotional and physiological reactions.
We're talking about a psychological wound, if you will, that has happened to that individual that needs some attention or needs some kind of specialized care.
Caveman Television, this is Sergeant Guillen. I'm going to help you.
Sergeant Jose Guillen served 2 tours in Iraq as a combat correspondent. He was there in Fallujah in April 2004 and admits the stresses of combat have led him to seek counseling, which is helping him readjust into a garrison environment.
You're going 100 miles an hour when you're in a combat zone. And then when your deployment's over and you're returned to the U.S., to Camp Pendleton, it's like a streaking halt.
The problem often stems when they return to normal environment. They still have these same kind of behaviors intact. So they're feeling very hyper alert. They may have difficulty sleeping. They may be charged up and ready to go all the time.
You can't expect to be normal 100% or, after completing 2 or 3 combat tours. Being in the combat zone, it takes a lot away from you as a person. The Marines that I can relate to are not within arm's distance of me anymore.
Some emotional reactions associated with combat stress include anxiety, guilt, irritability, apathy, and feelings of helplessness. Other physical reactions include fatigue, increased blood pressure, hot or cold spells, exaggerated startle responses, and headaches. Doctors say these are normal, and if given a chance, counselors can help Marines and sailors get through a difficult readjustment period.
We worked very hard after OIF-1 to educate units on the signs and symptoms of combat stress and to help units understand that some reactions are to be expected.
Awareness of combat stress is much more than posters and some brochures. The counselors here at MCCS Counseling Services have screened over 1,000 Marines since OIF-1 and will continue to do so as long as there are Marines returning from combat. In fact, this organization has been somewhat of a model for the rest of the Marine Corps to follow since most of the Marines in Iraq have deployed from Camp Pendleton.
What we have done here from an education standpoint has been adopted by Headquarters Marine Corps and is now going Marine Corps wide.
There's no pressure. They're there to help and listen.
If you or someone you know could benefit from combat stress counseling, the Commandant of the Marine Corps assures there is absolutely no shame in seeking and receiving assistance for you and your family. Reporting for the Pendleton Journal, I'm Staff Sergeant Amy Forsyth.
You know, that's a great service that a lot of Marines and sailors could really use.
That's right. If you'd like more information on MCCS counseling, you can call 725-3762.
Now it's time for your Operation Iraqi Freedom Update.
Hey, this is Corporal Samuel Valier, and I'm here with your Operation Iraqi Freedom Update. In our first story, Corporal Jan Bender takes us outside Fallujah, Iraq, where 3rd Battalion, 1st Marine Regiment is trying to restore order to the city.
Operation Black Bear was recently executed by a combined force of Marines from the 3rd Battalion, 1st Marine Regiment, 2nd Tanks Battalion, 2nd Light Armor Reconnaissance Battalion, 2nd Amphibious Assault Vehicle Battalion, and artillery from Mike Battery, 4th Battalion, 14th Marines, all acting as part of Regimental Combat Team 1, along with air support from the 3rd Marine Air Wing. The main focus of the operation was a limited objective attack on the southeast corner of the city of Fallujah, an area known as Queens. During the attack, the Marines took out numerous key targets, destroyed many targets of opportunity that presented themselves, and quelled any resistance. Throughout the two-day battle, the Marines watched as anti-Iraqi forces changed their tactics.
Hang it on one!
The first night we saw how quickly they would react in moving forces from other parts of the city down to where we were doing the limited objective attack. We destroyed numerous of the enemy forces in the daytime, and then toward the evening we were able to withdraw very easily. Whereas the second night, toward the evening, they became more aggressive and stayed hidden during the daytime.
Despite the enemy's evolving strategy, the Marines who were sticking it to them walked away with no casualties and a sense of confidence.
Even though there is a major threat, as long as you do the things you know you're supposed to do, you stay alert, you take cover where you need to take cover, and you're always keeping eyes on the objective area, you can prevent casualties, and it just shows them how effective they can be with their weapon system.
The Marines also used the operation as a front row seat to see what they should expect in future engagements.
It was a good opportunity to see what they have, what they're going to bring to the fight, and then how accurate and how effective our equipment is against them. It was good to finally be able to take the fight to the enemy, and it was a good learning experience for what we're going to have to deal with in the future. It was a good opportunity to see combined arms in effect.
Their leadership agreed that the operation proved a success because each part of the Precision Coalition war machine was in working order and right on cue. Reporting from Camp Fallujah, Iraq, I'm Corporal Jan Bender.
Hang it on one! While Marines win battles in Fallujah, Corporal Enrique Sainz shows us their efforts to restore the people's hope in their country.
Helping Iraqis help themselves. That's the mission of the 4th Civil Affairs Group. But in order to do that, the Iraqis need a strong foundation on which to build a stable nation. The Washington, D.C. based 4th CAG is helping to lay that foundation by reaching out to Iraqi children. One way they're doing this is by passing out school supplies donated by charities in the U.S.
We're getting an amazing response from the States. A lot of people want to send stuff for the kids. So this kind of stuff, when they do that and are very generous, then we can pass these out to the kids. And it really helps us to build relationships with the community, and really we're reaching out to the future of Iraq.
With the help of translators, Marines handed out plastic bags containing notebooks, pencils, and other school supplies to children in an elementary school in a sandy village near Camp Fallujah. The reactions from the children were overwhelmingly favorable, although some of the children were still a little shy. Even so, the Marines say the experience is rewarding.
It's a good feeling to see these kids. A lot of times they thank you for them. A lot of times they smile, give you a thumbs up.
Passing out school supplies is just a part of what the 4th CAG does to strengthen the relationship between the Marine Corps and the Iraqi people. They're also helping the Iraqis rebuild their social, economic, and political infrastructures. From Camp Fallujah, Iraq, I'm Marine Corporal Enrique Sainz.
The troops of the 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing at Camp Al-Assad, Iraq are ready to rumble every week. Friday night bouts have become the main event on base as swarms of troops from almost every unit gather to watch 20 back-to-back boxing matches. For 3 rounds, competitors from units across the camp duke it out in a regulation-sized ring inside an empty hangar, with all the energy and concessions of a professional boxing event.
It's got the hot dogs for halftime here, so it should be a good night.
Marines with 3rd Battalion, 24th Marine Regiment's Lima Company started Friday night bouts in a ring donated by Marine Aircraft Group 16. The event continues to attract a growing audience with each passing week. For every winner, a fighter must lose, but with good sportsmanship, many see it as a learning experience.
First time in the ring, actually. So I thought I held myself pretty good. Maybe next time.
As the event picks up momentum with fans, new competitors are stepping into the ring every week. Their reason? The thrill of the fight.
Honestly, I came here the first Friday and I watched the girls fight, and I was like, wow, I think I could do that. So the next Friday I tried it and I had so much fun. It was actually really awesome.
From Camp Al-Assad, Iraq, I'm Corporal Mark Sixby.
For more news and information, read Camp Pendleton's own Scout newspaper, or log on to www.usmc.mil.
In our next story, I recently got the opportunity to take a look at some of the most decked out cars on base. Here's the story. This is Lance Corporal William Skelton, and I'm out here at Camp Pendleton's Auto Show. Let's go check out some of these hot rides. There were cars of all makes and models at Camp Pendleton's Car Show benefiting the Combined Federal Campaign November the 20th. 33 participants came out to show off their cars and to raise funds for this worthy cause. Over $500 was raised for the CFC.
Anything that has to do with military or the Marines, since we're so close to Pendleton, we want to be involved. We can't tell the people how much we appreciate our military, let alone the Marines that are stationed right here in our hometown. So anything that comes up that we can be a part of, we like to try to do it. So we're happy to be here today. And if we were the only people here today, we're happy.
Awards were given in various categories such as Specialty Cars, Team Participation Awards, and Best in Show. The pride in showing off their effort, devotion, and sometimes obsession was enough for some of the car enthusiasts.
As a kid, not only did I like the Corvettes and classic cars, but I was very fond of Elvis. So over the years, the last 15 years, I kind of dedicated myself to his music and became an Elvis impersonator.
For the Corvette lovers out there, North Coast Vets was on hand with their cars that ranged in age and style. We'd like to send a special thank you out to everyone who participated in this year's car show. Reporting for the Pendleton Journal, I'm Lance Corporal William Skelton.
You know, it looked like there's a lot of cool cars out there.
There was, but what was great about the event is that all the proceeds were going to a great cause.
You know, another good cause this season is the Toys for Tots campaign. And that leads us to our journal trivia question.
Season's greetings, everyone. I'm at the toy store with this month's trivia question. We're asking you, when did the Toys for Tots program get started? Was it in A, 1775, B, 1898, C, 1947, or was it D, 1973? We'll have the answer when we come back from break. I'm going to check out some of these cool toys. Keep it right here on the Pendleton Journal.
Well, you know I can't be fine. I'm sitting here all alone. Well, baby, let me tell you something. What's it called? The Pendleton Journal is my home. Don't be cruel to the guys that are with us, military. Pendleton Journal, baby, all the way. Thank you very much.
May he bless you and keep you. May he grant you peace. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you all for coming. I'll see you all next week, and please be careful going home.
Like this? Good. You did great on that test. Good.
Good kid.
Great. You're the best kid ever. Okay, you want him to breathe.
Encourage them. Get them to graduate. Don't drop out on your kids.
If you chose C, 1947, you are correct. It was in 1947 that Major Bill Hendricks founded the organization. And since then, it's been the Toys for Tots that we have come to know and associate with the Marine Corps. So the next time you're in the toy store, be sure to pick up a new unwrapped toy and drop it in the barrel on the way out the door. For this month's trivia question, I'm Staff Sergeant Amy Forsyth.
We're out here standing in front of Santa's house at the Main Side Center. You can visit Old St. Nick and his reindeer every day this month from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
You know, speaking of reindeer, we recently took our cameras out aboard Camp Pendleton to see if other people knew all of Santa's reindeer, and we got some great answers. Take a look.
Huh? That would be Rudolph, Donner, and Blitzen, Comet and Cupid, and that's
Dasher.
I know Rudolph, Comet, Cupid, Donner.
Which one?
Dixon? No, Vixen?
Not the moment right now. It's kind of hard.
I used to know this.
Dancer, Prancer, Donner, Blitzen, Reindeer.
No, I really couldn't tell you right this moment.
I'm Dasher, I'm Connor, I'm Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Vixen.
No. No. Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph. Got me.
Now it's time for this month's Pendleton Points with a quick look at other events around the base.
Hi, I'm Corporal Veronica Tiskowski with this month's Pendleton Points. The President's Zone recently paid a visit to Point Loma University. The orchestra played a variety of musical selections and also had a vocalist perform. A packed house greeted the 150-member band, which only comes to the San Diego area every 5 years. 1st Marine Expeditionary Force Commanding General and staff held a video teleconference from Iraq November 18th. Fielding questions from family readiness officers from 4 different locations, General Sattler addressed audiences at Camp Pendleton, 29 Palms, and Marine Corps Air Stations Miramar and Yuma. A documentary is in production to mark the legend of the Montford Point Marines. The University of North Carolina at Wilmington was given a $500,000 grant from the Department of Defense to record the oral history of these notable Marines. When finished, the program will air on public broadcasting stations across the nation. For the Pendleton Points, I'm Corporal Veronica Tiskowski.
You know, you can find some great deals right here at the Main Side Electronics Store on your favorite artists or even Christmas CDs.
Did you know there's actually a lot of musicians right here in Camp Pendleton?
That's true. I recently got to go cover some Camp Pendleton Marines who are trying to make it big. Working as a Marine by day and a musician by night, Sergeant Chris Lozano is pursuing his dream of making it big in the cutthroat world of country music. Sergeant Lozano, with 2 other Marines and 1 civilian aboard Camp Pendleton, are becoming one of the favored bands around base. Their name is Pooler Place, and they are walking the tough road on the way to making it big. The band consists of Sergeant Lozano on vocals, Dave Pearson on bass, Sergeant Ryan Carmack on lead guitar, and Sergeant Joe Pizzolato on drums.
We do originals, some like 2 that I wrote, a couple that my guitarist wrote. We also did 2 that I recorded AMI Records. So we also do cover songs.
You can catch Pooler Place playing every Wednesday night at the bar Ringers off of the 76 in Bonsall. Sergeant Lozano has already signed with an independent label out of Nashville, but he and the rest of Pooler Place is hopeful that they can get a contract as a group.
My biggest advice to them is don't give up. You have a lot of people that are going to tell you can't do it, you're not good enough, and all that. I mean, look at Garth Brooks, for instance. Garth Brooks, 17 times he was denied, and he was turned down. He had to go back twice to Nashville. Now he's one of the biggest recording artists in country music.
As the group's fan base continues to grow, don't miss your chance to see Pooler Place live in concert. Reporting for the Pendleton Journal, I'm Lance Corporal William Skelton. You know, for a great night out, you can check out these guys and other bands playing in various venues around Camp Pendleton.
You know what, if you're looking for something more than just one night out, look no further. Corporal Veronica Diskowski traveled to Orlando to find out just why it's one of the hottest cities in the States.
Orlando, one of America's top tourist destinations, and it's easy to understand why. It's home to Walt Disney World. I recently took a trip to the Sunshine State and went to Disney's Animal Kingdom. This family fun spot allows you to get up close to exotic animals and plants, and the sights are beautiful. I highly recommend the Kilimanjaro Safari Ride. It's where a tour guide takes you through an African safari in an open-sided vehicle to see animals like flamingos, lions, zebras, giraffes, and rhinos roam freely through the park. There are many nature trails to explore, so wear some comfy shoes so you can walk through the rainforest, jungle, and dark caves and learn about the creatures that call these places home. Even though the Florida state bird is a mosquito, the only bugs you will encounter are the ones behind the glass. This park is a great place for kids of all ages.
Hey, all you little ones, this is Santa Claus, and you're watching the Pendleton Journal. Ho, ho, ho. Come and see Santa Claus. I love you. Bye-bye.
During my trip to Orlando, I also hit up some nightclubs and bars for cheap drinks. Orlando comes alive at night. You just need to know where to look.
Wednesday nights we go to Chillers for $1 drinks. They've got a whole wall full of frozen mixed drinks you can choose from. Everything's $1.
Downtown's Orange Avenue is lined with nightclubs and bars, offering a variety of dance music from hip-hop to salsa to indie rock.
I like going to Independent Bar, which is downtown, on Saturdays and Sunday nights. They play old school alternative. Saturday night it's $2 drinks. Sunday nights 50-cent drinks.
But if dancing's not your thing, there's plenty other options. Orlando is home to many famous artists like NSYNC, Matchbox 20, and Seven Mary 3, just to name a few. Downtown is a great place to catch local artists trying to make it big, like Amy Steinberg. Artisans also show off their skills around here. Orlando's Visual Artists League Gallery is where local artists display their work or just hang out and paint.
They have a different show every third Thursday. But that's part of why I like hanging around down here, because you get so many good art vibes going on.
As you walk around the city, you will see art everywhere. We played with the Lightwaves display on the side of the Orlando Public Library. From theme parks to nightclubs to museums, it's no wonder why Orlando has more than 40 million visitors a year. To find out more about Orlando, go to www.gotooorlando.com or call the ITT Center at 725-5864. Vacationing for the Pendleton Journal, I'm Corporal Veronica Tiskowski.
We're now here in the Semper Spirit Shop, where you can find great gift ideas for family and friends.
We're going to take a look around while you enjoy this next story.
There's about 300 military veterans and a small contingent of active duty Marines attending Cal State San Marcos. They celebrated Veterans Day and the Marine Corps birthday on campus November 11th. The traditional cake cutting ceremony was sponsored by the Veterans Association and was followed by a free lunch served to all students in attendance. Then they were treated to a rifle drill performance by a Marine in the Marine Enlisted Commissioning Education Program, otherwise known as MESAP.
The best thing I like about Cal State San Marcos is, even though it's growing and there's a lot of students here, the class sizes are still relatively small. You get more interaction with the instructors.
And overall, the students say, the campus administration and support staff have been extremely flexible and accommodating for those service members who've been called back to active duty to support the global war on terrorism.
I just recently found out that my unit will be deploying again, either to the Horn of Africa or back to Iraq, so we'll see where that takes us, but that's going to push my graduation date back to 2006.
Cal State San Marcos is the only major four-year university here in North San Diego County. It's about 30 minutes north of Marine Corps Air Station Miramar and about 30 minutes east of Camp Pendleton. So for reservists like myself and other veterans who are using our GI Bill to attend college, it makes it the perfect location to earn that coveted bachelor's degree. Reporting from Cal State San Marcos, I'm Staff Sergeant Amy Forsyth.
Let's kick off this month's Camp Pendleton sporting action by taking a look at some Marines who recently competed in a skeet and trap shoot competition. The skeet and trap shoot tournament was one of the many featured events in the race for the CG's Cup this year. Some of the awards given out were for most team competition points and also for individual high shooter. I competed in the skeet shoot tournament that day, and man was my shoulder sore once we got finished. But not quite as sore as the muscles of these next guys you're going to see who competed in Camp Pendleton's weightlifting tournament. Some made it look relatively easy, while others had a tougher time. But all in all, Camp Pendleton's weightlifting competition was a great success. While awaiting the next session of competition to begin, the Marines sat back and snacked on some quick chow or enjoyed the camaraderie of other fitness enthusiasts.
It boosts morale. It gives Marines, something to look forward to. Get them in the gym. They want to train, keep them out of trouble, and look forward to a bench press competition or a powerlifting competition. So it's good, though. It's real good.
Even though weightlifting was the featured attraction of the day's events, MCCS had massage therapists on hand to keep everyone calm and relaxed. The Marines' hard work and competitive spirits paid off. At the end of the day, awards were given out in each specific weight class. Reporting from the 14 area field house, I'm Lance Corporal William Skelton.
Well, that's all the time we have for this show. We hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season.
And remember to stay tuned to the Pendleton Journal. It's news and information you can't get anywhere else.
Merry Christmas, Marines, and have a Happy New Year's.
So can you name the reindeer?
3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1.
3, 2,
He's trying to restore order to the city. He said city twice. I can't do that.
It's Cars noise. Cars noise. I think that guy was hot, though.
All right. The question when we come back from break.
2, 1. Well, that's all the time we have for this show. Yeah. 3, 2.
So the next time you're at the toy store, pick up a toy and donate it to needy children.
As counseling, you can call 725-3762.
Now it's time.
Is that the right number?
The San Diego area every 5 years. First green. 5 years. Yes.
Friday night fights are heating up, Camp Al-Assad.